Greetings, Austin, it is I, Omnibrennen, all-seeing, all-knowing about things and stuff. And this is Omnicorner, where we show our love and appreciation to omnibus editions and other large format, hardback, or otherwise collections of complete series and things and such. Today, I'm talking about a really interesting new release for this week, and that is from Marvel, Heroes Reborn. The 90s. It gave us a lot of stuff, from cool music to TV. We got grunge and Britney Spears. We got ER and Ally McBeal. The 90s were interesting, and they were also very interesting for comic books. Do y'all remember that time in the 90s that Marvel did what we think of today as a DC-style reboot? This storyline came in right after the Onslaught storyline. And it saw the heroes, that's Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, a lot of the main players being ripped from reality and awakening in a new world where their stories had been reset. And so what we saw, essentially, was an in-continuity reboot of all their stories. So you saw Captain America, Steve Rogers, becoming the Sentinel of Liberty, and he was being drawn and written by Rob Liefeld, Deadpool co-creator Rob Liefeld. Yeah, it's basically Marvel took a lot of their big 90s names, like Rob Liefeld, like Jim Lee, Jim Valentino, Will Portacio, and had them kind of come in and just do a hard reboot of all their main characters. So yeah, you saw characters like Iron Man and the Avengers and Fantastic Four suddenly kind of shift in style. Everyone got new costumes, everyone got new stories, and everything was very, very 90s. And if you're familiar with various comic book eras, you know that 90s had a very kind of distinct comic book style. And yeah, it wasn't a super long-lasting reboot. Eventually they did kind of get reset back to the main continuity, to the original universe that everyone knew and loved them from. But this remains a very kind of interesting timepiece for the Marvel Universe. It collects pretty much everything to do with the Heroes Reborn reboot. You get Heroes Reborn 1/2, you get Captain America 1 through 12 by Rob Liefeld, you get Avengers 1 through 12, you got Fantastic Four 1 through 12, Iron Man 1 through 12, and material from Incredible Hulk 450. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's really big. It's kind of a bigger volume than I'm used to seeing from Marvel. They kind of like to keep their stuff slim. This one's sitting at $125 cover price. We always knock that 10% off. And yeah, kind of a shorter video this week, but Heroes Reborn by Marvel. How about that? Kind of strange. But I like seeing weird stuff get reprinted, and what are Omnis for? But for putting all that stuff together. This week I have been Omnibrennen, and thank you all for visiting me. What's happening? What is this? Why are you here?
Greetings, Austin. I am Ghost Host Jessi, weed mother to all those who come to Austin Books and Comics looking for your favorite manga.
No.
Greetings.
No.
Hush.
We were talking about omnibuses today. This is Omnibrennen. We're not talking
It's
about
relative.
manga.
It's relative.
Relative how?
It's relative because, let me just pull this out of my Mary Poppins
Where
bag.
did that come from? What is all that?
I pulled it out of my bag. And, also, there's also...
Oh, there's more. Okay. Oh.
There's this. Let me just move this over.
Oh.
Let me just move that off, and let me just put these here. And, yes, hi. I am here to talk about Omni-manga.
Omni-manga? What is that?
It's basically the same thing that Americans do, but the publishers for the manga decides to cram a whole bunch of the individual books into a tight collection in various different ways. So, yes, I am relative to this conversation.
So, wait. You're telling me that even in Japan, where they do long-form sequential stories, they'll take all those stories and bind them together into thick, comprehensive volumes called omnibus editions? It says it right on the spine.
I know,
omnibus.
it must be a culture shock to you to realize that America isn't the only one who does that.
Omni-manga. Wow, mine's blown. So, what gets manga, or what gets omni-sized?
Well, honestly, that just depends on publisher, along with manga creators, on what they team up and decide should be a omnibus. We have a great list of awesome classics, like, of course, y'all will recognize Astro Boy, amazingly classic, Devilman. Sorry, I don't know why I almost said Devil's Crybaby. No, that's not right at all. And then, of course, Tommy from Junji Ito. And if y'all know Junji Ito, he typically likes to do a lot of Omni-style type books. Now, they weren't individual stories at any point like other manga omnibuses get turned into. This is actually just a larger collection of one story. And we'll go ahead and talk about Tommy a little bit. Tommy is about a girl who just does not die. She's a succubus who just keeps on coming back and coming back and coming back and kills everybody and makes them think that they're so in love with her that they actually kill her. And it kind of seems a little, like, redundant at some point, but it's a great story nonetheless. And so, like Junji, other authors have come out with other omnibuses. Berserk did. Now this is Deluxe Edition 2. There's Hollock, Clamp, and if you recognize Clamp, Clamp also did that really popular series Chobits. Everyone's favorite popular classic Fruit Baskets. My personal favorite Inuyasha.
Inuyasha got an omnibus?
Yes, Inuyasha has an omnibus. The series was so amazing it deserved its own omnibus. And then of course other classic like Sailor Moon. And look at this pretty Omni, isn't it? It's iridescent magicalness, and it's all your favorite story in one giant book that they've released into a couple of other editions. But yeah, so manga can do Omnis too. How blown is your mind right now?
It's so blown. That was my one reason for staying away from manga volumes, because I'm like, there's no Omnis. There's just regular trade volumes, but I've been so wrong. So wrong.
So now I get to take over Omnibrennen days and trample on it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be his new co-host, guys. Y'all do get to have just Brennen all to yourselves. But I did want to invade this video because it's important for all of our viewers to know that they're not just single-issue books, that publishers do release Omnis in Japan and over here as well. And so now you don't have to just look for your single issues. Like, for example, I know Inuyasha can be very complicated to find in the individual books themselves, but these Omnis, which we are able to order, make that really easy because you get, like, books 1 through 4, 1 through 3, something like that, I believe? 3 in 1, there we go.
Boom.
Like a shampoo.
So they take 3 of the sort of normal size manga volumes and mash them into a big kind of larger volume. I mean, I guess an omnibus really is an omnibus.
And then same thing with Urusui, which is another instant classic, and this one I believe is like 1 through 2, 1 through 3. 1 to 2 is what it is. So sometimes they do it in smaller portions so that way they can, drag it out. But these make very nice collectible editions so that way you don't have to worry about finding all of the older issues, which can, as Weeb Mother knows, can be very difficult. And Berserk, give me that, that's not yours. Berserk, as we all know, is a very instant classic. If you love gore, if you love action, if you're a fan of Goblin Slayer, this is it. This was the granddaddy that fathered Goblin Slayer, and it's just, it's so good.
I know it's definitely one of the longer running series. It's still going on now, isn't it, or did it conclude?
It's still going on.
Wow, and so yeah, I guess
and
it makes sense that looks. I mean, that almost looks like a Western omnibus. That's not a whole lot of difference there.
And it's leather bound too. It's so pretty. I'm personally thinking about getting this myself. I know for once I'm actually getting an omnibus, but look at how leather bound and pretty that is. That'll look great on our Weeb coffee tables and our Weeb bookshelf. Weeb Mother knows all. Weeb Mother Jessi knows exactly what y'all are looking for, my fellow otakus and weebs out there. I love you. That's why I'm in this video. I'm pushing him out of the way so you can know that manga has Omnis too.
Well, pushing me out of the way or not, the message always remains the same, no matter who you are. Omnis to the people. Thank you.
Now, in final conclusion,
I'm going to turn the camera off with my mind.
We're not turning the camera off yet because we still have to tell y'all about Rainbow Jam that's tomorrow. Y'all are all coming, right? Y'all have to come.
Y'all should definitely come.
Don't make me be lonely, okay? It's LGBTQIA2 plus allies friendly. Yes, allies, you can come too and hang out with us and show your support. We're going to talk comics. We're going to have snacks. It's going to be kind of a potluck idea where we'll provide some snacks, but y'all are more than welcome to bring your own, either due to your dietary restrictions or because you just want to share some. And we're going to play board games. You're going to hang out with me. You're going to hang out with the rest of the crew. You're just come and hang out with us, and I guess maybe Brennen will be there. I don't know. He's kind of a loser, so he doesn't like to show up to public events unless it's omnibus related.
I am Omnibrennen. I am everywhere at once.
So yeah, guys, that is actually the conclusion to this Omnibrennen, Jessi day. And yeah, don't mind us while one of us gets up and turns off the camera. I vote it's you.
One of us will get up and turn off the camera.
Indeed, maybe one day.
One of us. Someday.
Somehow.
Hey, it's raining outside right now. Let's all talk about the weather.
Why?
Weather is part of Omni.
Alright, now
Omni meaning all.
I'm turning off the camera now. Here's just the words. Do a nice little song and dance.
That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna play that tune when I'm back on top.